Also, the prompter is in the wrong spot. Yeah, load the noon. Hello. Yeah, prompter's not loaded. So, there we go.
Streaming on clickorlando.com and broadcasting live, you're watching News 6 at noon.
Now at noon, new details on a crash in Orange County that sent 9 children to the hospital. First, though, for the first time, we're hearing from the Orlando Magic after an illegal gambling probe involved the arrest of a Miami Heat player right here in Orlando. Federal prosecutors say 2 basketball stars are among the more than 30 people busted in separate illegal gambling schemes, including Miami Heat guard Terry Rozier. He was arrested in Orlando yesterday, just hours after playing against the Magic. Sports director Jamie Say is live outside the Kia Center. The Magic play tonight, and they just had shoot-around. Any reaction from the team, Jamie?
Yeah, Justin, we did get reaction. Obviously, the federal gambling investigation and indictments, along with the arrests of Heat player Terry Rozier and Portland Trailblazers head coach Chauncey Billups, sent shockwaves throughout the entire NBA. The Magic were mentioned in the DOJ indictments, but the team is not accused of any wrongdoing. Still, I checked in with the Magic just now at shoot-around, and to be honest with you, it was business as usual as they get ready to play the Atlanta Hawks today. But it was jarring for the Magic to see the team's name in those documents. What the Magic were questioned about was a specific game played back in 2023 that incurred some suspicious betting activity. It turned out that a Magic player at the time had shared some information that was eventually passed along to a bettor who is named in the indictments, who received favorable odds to win some money on that game. Again, the Magic are accused of no wrongdoing, but it was shocking for them to see the team's name, to a degree, in those indictment documents. I asked head coach Jamahl Mosley for his reaction, and here's his full answer.
Yeah, you know, you look at it and you say, whoa, right, as one part, but the other part is that I think a lot of teams will be mentioned because of the way that things are going on, and this is what the nature of the league has gone to with the gambling and the betting, but there's also the education that everybody needs to be a part of to know what's going on and how it's happening, and it's not going away. And so our ability to be educated in what's happening is the biggest thing, and to be aware of the surroundings and who you put, you know, who you're in contact with. I think those are always important pieces for each one of us to understand.
I followed up with Jamahl and asked him if he has confidence in the integrity of every game that's played in the NBA and the integrity of all the players on the court. And he said yes, because the NBA does have training programs, like he referred to, about gambling that every player has to go through. Meanwhile, the Magic are getting ready to go for another win tonight. They host the Atlanta Hawks tonight in this building, the Kia Center, at 7 o'clock. Live in downtown Orlando, I'm Jamie Say, News 6. Justin, back to you.
All right, Jamie, thank you for that. New at noon, an investigation is underway in Osceola County after a body was found in a car fire. It happened around 4 o'clock this morning on Virginia Avenue near 192 in St. Cloud. Here's some video from that scene. Police say a homeowner reported seeing a black Kia with flames coming from the engine. Police say after the fire was put out, That body was found inside. The person has not yet been identified. New at noon, the Florida Highway Patrol has confirmed some of the 9 kids hurt in a crash last night were not wearing seatbelts. Troopers say a car was rear-ended and then crashed into a tree on Raleigh Street near Campanella Avenue in the Carver Shores area. Officials say all of the children and a driver went to the hospital. They're all expected to be okay. Now, troopers say the driver of an SUV did not stop in time, ramming into a Nissan Altima, causing it to run off the road and then crash into that tree. We spoke with witnesses who said they ran to help as the Altima started smoking.
He had to been going probably like 50 miles because he came from up there and you can hear him like, you know, you can look at the car as fast, you know what I mean? And he came from up there. He hit them really, really hard.
FHP says the crash is still under investigation and potential charges won't be filed until that's completed. Just into the newsroom now, a deadly crash in Seminole County under investigation. FHP says it happened around 9:45 this morning on State Road 46 and Swamp Lane. Troopers say the crash involves a motorcycle and a car, and one person is confirmed dead. We are working to find out if the crash is causing some issues on the road. We'll keep you posted during this newscast. In Orlando, an overturned semi-truck caused the ramp to I-4 from the turnpike to be shut down for hours. Here is a look at what that area looked like this morning. It was a mess. FHP says it received reports around 5:45 about the crash, causing southbound traffic to back up big time. We are working to find out if anyone was hurt in this. We'll let you know as soon as we learn more. All right, let's talk about the weather now. Live look outside from the camera over Daytona Beach. Really nice shot out there. Nice cool morning as well, just in time for the Halloween spirit next weekend. Let's bring in meteorologist Michelle Morgan. She's in for Candace, and it's still a really comfortable afternoon, Michelle.
Yeah, it's very comfortable out there, Justin. If you haven't been out yet, today is going to feature plenty of sunshine, no rain, but staying breezy. You just saw there for yourself that camera out in Daytona Beach. The water is looking rough because it's windy out there, and there's a high rip current risk lasting through Sunday night. Current conditions are looking fantastic across Central Florida. We're at 80 in Orlando, Kissimmee, 81 in Mico, Melbourne, 79 in Daytona Beach, and 74 in Ocala. So as we go through the rest of the day here, 82 around 2, holding on to the lower 80s and then upper 70s later on this afternoon, but staying breezy. Forecast highs, 84 in Wedgefield, Orlando, 83 in Kissimmee, 82 in Titusville, and 80 in Daytona Beach. So all in all, we're looking at a great day ahead as we wrap up a busy work week. And as we take a look at what's coming up here, we have a great forecast. We're looking at, for the most part, dry conditions, a few showers possible on Sunday, but temperatures will be comfortable, but it will be a little bit more humid. A big cool down is on the way just in time for Halloween. And yes, I'm talking about 40s and 50s as wake-up temperatures. That'll be Friday morning as that cooler air ushers in. Now we're continuing to watch a tropical storm Melissa. It is stationary over the Caribbean Sea, and it is expected to bring life-threatening rainfall to Hispaniola, Jamaica, and Cuba. So of course, we'll talk about all of this in more detail coming up in my full forecast.
All right, we'll see you then. Thank you, Michelle. Former Orlando City Commissioner Regina Hill is now turning her attention to getting back her seat. Hill was suspended last year after being accused of exploiting an elderly woman and then using more than $100,000 of her life savings on personal luxuries. News 6's Mark Lehman was at the hearing today, as there are still questions about what could happen if Hill wins her election.
The attorney for Regina Hill saying he feels confident as their case is moving forward. Today here at the courthouse, we learned the trial is still at least a few months away, and with that, Hill says her focus is on winning back her seat. Suspended Orlando Commissioner Regina Hill was in the courtroom Friday as her attorneys made a couple requests. The defense asking the judge to file an order for medical records and set another hearing for after the new year.
I think the evidence that's been coming out so far is vindicating Ms. Hill. Attorney
Fritz Scheller says there's a few more things to be resolved before the case goes to trial. Hill faces more than half a dozen charges after investigators say she exploited a 96-year-old. Hill is accused of obtaining power of attorney, draining the woman's life savings of more than $100,000, and using that money for her own benefit.
I knew I would be vindicated. I've harmed no one in this work.
In April 2024, Governor DeSantis suspended Hill. Earlier this year, she announced she's running to regain her District 5 seat from Shan Rose, who won a special election in June 2024.
I'm looking forward to November the 4th, when I will actually be reelected.
But if the votes go in Hill's favor, there are still questions on if the governor will take action to keep her out of office.
Constituents that I've spoken to know what kind of person she is. we'll deal with the governor as I have in the past when that time comes.
Hill's attorney says he's hopeful that a trial date will be set at the next status hearing on January 16th. Election day for districts 1, 3, and 5 is a week from Tuesday. In Orlando, Mark Lehman, News 6.
Local governments have raised serious concerns about just how they would pay for services if property tax money went away. It's something Florida lawmakers are working on right now. It's a big topic. Your Osceola County community correspondent, Stephanie Rodriguez, will be on WUCF's Newsnight program tonight to talk all about it.
So we're hearing a lot of counties say that, they won't be able to provide that level of service that they're accustomed to and that they want to provide to the community if they don't have those revenue dollars to rely on.
Now, Florida lawmakers are still discussing how they want to tackle the issue, but the House and the Senate would have to agree before anything goes on next year's ballot. The battle on Capitol Hill could impact people in need right here in Central Florida. The Florida Department of Children and Families says people relying on SNAP benefits could have to go without it in November if the federal government shutdown doesn't end. Nearly 3 million Floridians receive SNAP benefits. A couple of Central Florida counties are in the top 5 for number of SNAP households. Orange County, number 3 at just under 78,000 households. Halloween, exactly 1 week from today, and there is no shortage of events to get you in that spooky mood. Coming up, we have your 6 things to do this weekend, including one home that's been turned into a haunted house. We leave you with a live look from our Mount Dora camera. Gentlemen right there enjoying the day. You're watching News 6 at noon. We'll be right back.
Introducing the new $25 million Gold Rush Multiplier Scratch-Off from the Florida Lottery.
Right now, the estranged wife of Osceola County's suspended sheriff is back behind bars. Robin Severance Lopez was rearrested yesterday after investigators said that she gave false information in order to be let out on bond after her first arrest. News 6's Angie Casada has more on the investigation so far.
Yeah, prosecutors say Robin Severance Lopez helped move money around several bank accounts that she shared with her husband, but she's now accused of providing false or misleading information on her bail application. The 50-year-old was rearrested in front of News 6 cameras outside her St. Cloud home on Thursday. Deputies serving a warrant out of Lake County on behalf of FDLE. She was first arrested back in June, along with her estranged husband, Marcos Lopez, and several other co-defendants. All are accused of having some role in the illegal gambling operation that netted more than $21 million. She spent 2 weeks in jail before posting a $400,000 bond after proving the money came from legitimate sources. Well, prosecutors now believe she withheld or falsely reported information when applying for that bond. Neighbors tell us they've been watching the case closely.
Anytime you got major police presence in the neighborhood, it's a little disruptive and concerning for sure.
Now, Robin Severance Lopez and Marcos Lopez are the only two in this case who have not entered pleas. Her lawyer says she'll be in court in Osceola County at 1:30 this afternoon and could end up being moved to the Lake County Jail after that. Of course, we'll be following this all day here on News 6 and over on clickorlando.com. Reporting in studio, I'm Angie Casada, News 6.
Back to your weather. Meteorologist Michelle Morgan is in for Candace. It's one of those weekends, Michelle. You're gonna feel guilty being inside.
Would you?
Well, it depends.
Yeah,
I mean, not us. I mean, we're going to be tired.
So yeah, I'll be napping. Exactly right. Yeah, you know, Justin's exactly right. We're looking at a great setup as we head into the weekend. Area of high pressure to the north of us will keep things generally dry today heading into tomorrow, but it will stay breezy, especially along our coastline, where we could see gusts up to 25 miles per hour. Because of the strength and also the direction of the winds, a high rip current risk remains in place through Sunday night. And talking about those winds here, you can see already getting wind gust readings of 21 miles per hour in Palm Coast and 24 miles per hour in New Smyrna Beach, and also dealing with gusty conditions across our inland spots, almost 30 miles per hour in Orlando. So it will be a sunny, breezy, and dry day. So here's a look at your hour-by-hour forecast for the rest of your Friday.
Sponsored by Strata Air Conditioning and Heating. AC emergency, you ought to call Strata.
We stay in the lower 80s as we go through the 2 o'clock hour. 84 is your daytime high in Orlando. Heading into tonight, looking fantastic. If you have any Friday night plans, it'll stay breezy. But look at those temperatures, nice and comfortable in the 70s. Overnight temperatures in the upper 60s. Forecast highs heading into the lower 80s for many of us across the region. 83 in Kissimmee, 84 in Wedgefield, 82 in Cocoa Beach, as well as Ocala, and 81 in Palm Coast. Now, your clouds and rain forecast showing quiet conditions as we wrap up a busy work week. Look at this. Heading into tonight, for the most part, many of us are nice and clear. May see a few clouds streaming over parts of Flagler as well as Volusia counties, and that's about it. Saturday morning looking fantastic as well. If you have any plans tomorrow, the forecast is going to be near perfect. Now, I do want to talk about the cold weather that is heading our way just in time for Halloween. There's going to be a strong cold front that's going to move through Wednesday into Thursday. We won't feel that chilly air until Friday morning, which is Halloween, where we could see our wake-up temperatures in the 40s and 50s across the region. So just a little preview here of your Halloween morning. 48 in Palm Coast, Ocala, 49 in the Villages in Leesburg, and 56 degrees in Orlando. I think I could safely say we'll definitely need a jacket for that type of weather. So your Halloween preview forecast, mornings in the 50s, afternoons in the lower 70s, and then trick-or-treating time will be in the lower to middle 60s with that sunset time around 6:40. Now taking a look at what's happening here in the tropics, looking at one named storm. We've been talking about it for days now. Tropical storm Melissa continues to linger over the warm Caribbean Sea. It's not moving much. Yesterday it ran into some wind shear, so it is trying to reform right now. So as we take a look at the latest track from the National Hurricane Center as of the 11 a.m. advisory, it has winds of 45 miles per hour moving slowly to the east-southeast at 2 miles per hour. The latest trend keeps the center of the system south of Jamaica, but Jamaica is going to see, again, the brunt of this system in terms of rainfall, life-threatening rainfall, which could cause mudslides. And because of the nature of the movement, slow movement over warm water, further strengthening is expected. So it could become a major hurricane as early as Sunday and then continuing to strengthen. And because of the slow motion of the system, this can cause damaging wind for days across the Caribbean islands. So I'm talking about Jamaica, as well as Hispaniola and Cuba. So we'll continue to watch it, but as of right now, no threat to Central Florida. So I'll leave you with your fantastic 7-day, 84 today, tomorrow, Sunday. Few showers possible Sunday afternoon, and then our big cold front arrives Wednesday into Thursday. So we're going from the lower 80s Wednesday to the middle 70s on Thursday.
Looking really nice. Thank you, Michelle. And Michelle has your 6 things to do this weekend coming up on News 6 at noon and coming up tonight on News 6 at 6.
We don't really have a destination project like this. We, of course, have Park Avenue, the Golden Mile, but nothing really where people can congregate around, a restaurant here and a curated entertainment area with the green space in the middle. We just don't have anything like that in Winter Park.
The major redevelopment project underway in Winter Park. News 6 anchor Ginger Gadsden shows us what it's all about.
I'm meteorologist Michelle Morgan, looking for Halloween fun. In Dr. Phillips, a free haunted house in the South Bay neighborhood is worth checking out. I spoke with the homeowner, Matt Allen, about what you can expect.
So the event's called the Allen Asylum. It's a full walk-through haunted house, goes into the garage, so it's pretty immersive. Every year I try to come up with a different theme, something that hasn't been done. I go to Halloween Horror Nights and some of the other bigger haunted houses, and I try to do something just a little bit different.
While the event is free, donations are welcome to support local charities. Another Halloween event happens at the Orlando Science Center after dark this Saturday from 8 to 11 p.m. Tickets cost $50. The museum will be transformed with spooky decor and thrilling activities. Costumes are encouraged, and this is an adult-only event. The Not Too Scary Boo Bash in Lady Lake is Saturday from 6 to 8 p.m. at Guava Street Athletic Complex. Enjoy free fun with bounce houses, music, a costume contest, and more. Expect breezy, toasty weather with highs in the low 80s. St. Andrew Methodist Church in Titusville is hosting its 30th annual Pumpkin Patch and Car Show this weekend. Enjoy games, photo ops, plant sales, and pumpkins. The car show is at 8 a.m. through noon. The Pumpkin Patch is from noon to 7 p.m. There is no cost for admission. The third annual Fall Fest is Saturday from 4 to 8 p.m. at New Smyrna Beach Sports Complex. Free admission includes inflatables, corn maze, and slides. Food trucks, games, and rides are available for an additional cost. Hometown Harvest is Saturday from 4:30 to 8:30 p.m. at Central Winds Park. Enjoy free hay rides, bounce houses, fall fun, and food trucks. And don't forget your costumes. If you have something fun happening in your town next weekend, let me know. I've been getting so many fun events from viewers just like you. Just head over to clickorlando.com or our News 6 app. Just click Contact Us. Alrighty, looking at a great weekend forecast ahead. Plenty of sunshine, temperatures in the middle 80s, a few showers and storms possible on Sunday. Let's jump ahead to Thursday, shall we? There is a strong cold front on the way. That's going to bring some cooler air to the region. Look at that. High of 75, and then Halloween is on Friday. We're going to be starting off in the 40s and 50s, highs in the 70s.
Man, that sounds perfect. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you for joining us. Switch over to the News 6 Plus streaming app or clickorlando.com to watch News 6 Extra. Have a great weekend. See you.